And we got nothing to be guilty of. Our love is one in a million near or far. I don't know nothing about that song. Anyway, so you know what? In honor of Donald Trump, I'm gonna go ahead and take a knee as a veteran right now. Even though there's no national anthem being played. Ah, oh, you know how hard this is to do, Donald Trump. Ugh. This is me taking a knee for all my brothers and sisters out there, you know, in the struggle, for all my people out there who are, this is for all the people out there who are, now I'm gonna sit down, who are, just trying to live their life. They're playing football, playing sports, they're not doing anything wrong. To call them out their name is just totally preposterous. They are playing an American pastime, which is football, but they are not causing anybody any detriment. They're not doing anything wrong. They're not starting wars. So that knee is for you guys who are playing football or any other sports, or you women who are playing any sports out there, including football. There's me taking a knee for you, and the president calling you out of your name is just, you know, we can choose to ignore him or we can choose to confront him. We have a choice. Some people will say, I'm too small. He's never going to notice me. That's nowhere near the truth. For one, he doesn't have to notice you because he is not the all-power, all-important person. He is nothing without us. Know this. Know this today. You are important because you are in this country. You're in this world. You could be in another country. It's a good chance you could be affected by what's happening here to African Americans, brown people, Hispanics, and people of even white people, because they're getting shot and killed too. You know, we noticed that England started the riot. You know what I'm saying? They started the riot. And we noticed that, France started the riot. Our brothers and sisters in France, you know, of all nationalities, of all colors, they started the riot. So, football is played in Europe. It's not just played in America anymore. You know what I'm saying? To all my brothers and sisters in Brazil, and Mexico and all that, and further on the West Indies and all that, all you who are affected by the blatant ignorance of people who just choose to tell law enforcement to go ahead and be extra rough with us, putting us in the car. We are innocent until found guilty, according to the laws that predate you, Mr. Trump. According to these laws, we're innocent until found guilty. You know, you can't just make a blanket statement and say, hey, for the criminals, you don't have to put their head, you don't know if they're criminal or not. There are plenty of men, women, and children who've been blamed for stuff they just did not do. And when the system is working, we find that out, that this person was innocent the whole time when the system is working, but when the system isn't working, you're just throwing people in prison, and or even worse, these people are coming up, dead, and then there's no accountability for the police officer who committed these atrocities, these murders, these maimings, because it's not always a shooting. It's, they're smothered to death. Eric Garner. You know, so, and these shootings are so, they're not they're not just random. They're orchestrated now. And there's so many of them that it's just, they killed another person today, and it should never be like that. This is life that we're talking about, Mr. Trump. This is what you don't understand, because you don't live in that fear like I do. I fear going outside every day. I stay away from certain places because I know that 5-0 is going to be there, and it's a good chance that something bad is going to happen to someone. And even if it doesn't, the simple fact that I even think that way and other fellow Americans think that way, other military people who have served like I have and other members in my family who are black people think that way is a problem. The fact that we avoid law enforcement, let them do their job, but we don't carry on with them, and some of them could be, some family members could choose to want to be in law enforcement. It's still hard to fathom, that you don't know whether his counterparts are going to be on his side or not. You don't know whenever you call the police and you don't know this officer if he's going to shoot and kill you. Because this has happened, recently. The white woman from Australia called the police, officer shot and killed her. White woman. So let's just get this straight. Let's just get this under perspective. Going to gym. Let's just get this all under perspective. So there's a knee for all of you, all my fellow military members, all my fellow ball players, all my sisterin out there balling hard every day, getting it in, going to the gym, loving your life, but still waking up in fear. That knee's for you. It's your boy Tone 202. I'm out.